My name is Dona Atallah. I'm a Lebanese Syrian artist, but I'm currently based in the UK and in London and now for 6 months all over the UK.
Yep.
And I play Mohammed slash Sami in the Beekeeper of Aleppo for the UK tour for 2026. And yeah, excited.
And then what kind of first drew you to this story in particular?
So when I first got the audition in, I thought like it would like it's a perfect story to showcase for me specifically being from the region and being Lebanese and Syrian. My mom is Syrian as well, so I have a whole side of that family that have been affected by the ongoing conflicts in the area and in the new region and in Syria and Lebanon. Um, so I found it very exciting to have this being showcased in the UK. So, and also playing this character, which is also a boy and which is 9 years old. So it was all like super interesting and such a challenge on so many different levels. So I really wanted to get into it and I put like my all into the audition and into the whole process. And I'm glad like the creative saw that. And yeah, I'm here now.
And how is it for like when you are reconnecting with your kind of roots and where you're from, and then like you say, bringing it to the UK stage?
Yeah. It's really special. It's really, really special. And seeing the way it's been written by Nisreen and Matthew, like adapted by from Christia Leftari's novel. So Nisreen is from Syria as well, so she has raw lived experience and the way that they've written the play, adapted it, and they've just put so many details that resonate with local audiences that are from that area. So it gives the audience real raw insight into the things that they say, how people communicate with each other in times of peace, in times of war, in times of danger. So and for me being there and like saying how accurately it's been represented on such a stage where unfortunately in the West things don't get portrayed the way that they are.
Yeah. And does that help you when you are building the show, when you are walking into the rehearsal room, that you kind of have that knowledge of that world?
Yeah, it's nice being like a voice in the room for things that have happened. And I love seeing like all the creatives and my colleagues and my castmates taking all of that in and wanting to learn more and know more because they also speak Arabic in the show. So some of them wanting to learn the language exactly the way it is and like being so open to this culture and it's been so nice and I have loved like just reconnecting with these roots for a while because I have been in the UK for almost 2.5 years now
Yeah.
and so this is really special for me to bring to this stage and having this being part of my career and here in the UK.
And I don't know if pressure is the word, but is there ever kind of that pressure when you are kind of you've got that background to tell to honor that story?
Of course, 100%. That's why, like in rehearsals, and that's why I have a lot of trust in Nisreen and Matthew what they have written, and in Christie's adaptation because she's had real life experiences talking to people from that area. So I have full trust in the script, in what's been written, and if there's anything that we need to talk about more in rehearsals, some things that we need to like clarify, we're it's always happening. It's always an open discussion. So yeah.
And as you say, you're playing like a child. How much of a challenge is that for you when you're kind of getting into that headspace?
Um, I love playing the child. Like it's so fun, and I love the way Muhammad is incorporated into the story, and it gives a story that's so heavy and dangerous and suspenseful, some lightness to it, which is what kids bring to like to life and their perspectives and how they look at things. So these are the things that I've been looking at, like how do kids look at things the way differently than adults might look at them, and how Muhammad can show Nuri, that is the lead male, um, how to look at things differently, or take him into a journey that's that leads him to peace, to a bit of happiness, maybe.
And how do you kind of approach the balance of those themes? Obviously, in the rehearsal room, like you say, it's quite a heavy topic to be
Yeah.
around. How do you balance that?
Yeah. So we always start with like a check-in with the whole cast. Like we see how everyone's feeling today, and how everyone's doing. And then we have like a warm-up. So it's very important to like shake everything off, like, and step into your body and connect with your body, and know that what we're about to do is going to be really hard. And then after it's over, do another sort of shake off moment, speaking to yourself, releasing all that tension from your body, everything that you've just experienced, and um, kind of walking away from it, especially because we've been trying to do that. We're going to do that for 6 months, so every day. So that will take a toll to a certain extent on us. So it's going to be very crucial for us to know how to check in and then check out, and being there for each other as a cast. The whole cast is super supportive, and the crew are amazing. It's just such a loving environment. And everyone's entitled to feel that the way that they're feeling in that moment as a response to any of the scenes of dialogue, the sounds, the projections. We have all these things coming in together, and we're all here to support each other.
And what's your own personal kind of mental and physical preparations? I know you're only kind of not opened the show yet, but
Yeah.
how do you kind of mentally and physically prepare at this stage? And then obviously, how do you maintain that?
Yeah. So as I said, we have to do like a warm up before, which is for me would be more about like centering my energy and myself, and connecting also to the ground, just like laying in semi-supine on the ground, and doing all like breath work, like connecting to the breath. Breath is going to be so important in this show. So having to connect to the breath, and opening the voice more, like vowel projections, and all these sounds. And for me, a physical warm up is also really important to get all the blood and the energy flowing. And then I'm not sure what my specific routine is going to be when we open the show, and having to do that several times, but I'm pretty sure it's going to involve me like putting my headphones on at some point before the show, listening to some music, some nostalgic music maybe, and yeah, just also connecting with the cast, and just trying to portray this as genuinely as we can.
And it must be quite an exciting journey for yourself. Obviously, you are about to head on tour as well after you've finished in Nottingham. Must be so
Yeah.
exciting. You're going to see these cities that you've never been to.
No, never.
It
Yeah,
must
I've
be.
never been. I've been in London for the past 3 years, since I came here to pursue my master's in musical theater. Um, so yeah, I've visited several cities here and there, but never actually like stayed somewhere or seen all these. I've never all the cities that we're going to, I've never seen.
It's very exciting. I'm sure
Yeah.
you'll have a great time. And
Thank
then,
you.
how do you reflect on your journey with Mountain View and everything with that, the training
Oh.
process? How do you reflect to where you are now, like you say, on the cusp of your first kind of UK play?
Yeah, like I really enjoyed my time in Mount View. I'm very grateful that I was able to get into that space and start my journey in the UK with Mount View. And it was an intense year. It was a 1 year full of every single day.
Yeah.
And I learned so much. I made so many beautiful friends. The teachers, the mentors, everyone was amazing. And I still take with me techniques that I've used, and ways at looking at things, and text and song, and all these, which was really nice. And yeah, Mount View did open to me so many other doors, like getting my agent, signing with an agent, and then here and forth auditions, and doing all the projects that I did, which were very exciting the last year, but were mainly into concerts and musical theater and all these things. So yeah, as you said, this is my first straight play that I'm doing here in the UK, and this is the longest contract that I've been in yet. So yeah, super excited.
Just the start because you're going to keep going and growing, which is so
Thank
exciting.
you.
And then, what was the first piece of theatre in your life that had that impact on your journey? Do you think, if you can remember what it was?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen so many things back home, but they were like small pieces here and there. I was mainly in a lot of pieces when I was in drama school. Sorry, in school, not drama
Yeah.
school, in normal school. And we did a lot of musicals. We did Mamma Mia, we did آخر أيام سقراط, which is a Lebanese musical. But I knew I had this like passion, loving it. And then I went into performing arts in uni, and when I was there, we had a chance to go to New York for a whole month and put on a play with NYU students. So we stayed there for a month, and that was the first time I actually saw theater on a massive stage,
Yeah.
on like international level, where theaters are booked every single day. People are going every day, and it was just mind blowing to me because we don't have that big of an industry back home in Lebanon. So when I saw that, I was like, this is where I want to be. Like, this is what I want to do. And I saw a lot of plays, a lot of musicals as well. Like, there is a one thing that really, really struck me. It was just the like, just being in it was just, it felt natural. And after that, I knew that I wanted to go out and explore more and learn more and hopefully give back to my own community in Lebanon and do more projects there with everything that I have learned and kind of bring that experience that I felt to people around me and some people in Lebanon or in Syria who don't maybe have the chance to go out and see these things.
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree.
That was
I'd
a long
say
story.
that's a good. My final question for you today, simply, what would you hope an audience member takes away from seeing The Beekeeper of Aleppo?
Mm. I hope audiences that come get to understand exactly what it's like being a refugee, being someone who has to flee, not wants to, not thinks about that, has to flee a country to go somewhere else just to live a normal life, just to maybe have a better future for himself, for his family, for his children, for his loved ones, and get to feel a bit of that, not just understand it, but also feel it, taste it, hear it, experience it with people around them in the audience and on the stage. So if that just changes someone's mind, that would be amazing. If people go out and that sparks conversations, friendly conversations between people, like this is all that we want from theater and from art, and that's why we make it. We want to spark conversations, we want people to have opinions, to speak about things. So we have such a big stage and such a big platform to do that, and getting to do that with this play is something that I really appreciate, and I hope it resonates with everyone.
Amazing. Donna, thank you so much. Just leaves me to say the
Oh,
show
anytime.
runs in Nottingham from the 7th till 28th of February, and then you're on tour until the 13th of June.